always forget about Lucy. Story of my life.
Hi, I'm Jessica Borutski, and I'm Supervising Director on The Loud House.
What are you doing here?
Today I'm going to show you how to draw Lucy.
Sure, I've got nothing else to do besides bear the weight of the world on my shoulders.
So now I'm going to draw Lucy Loud, and she's the spooky sister of the bunch.
I'm conducting a practice funeral and I need a corpse.
And she's an interesting character because we never see her eyes.
How do you feel about enclosed spaces?
Her nose is kind of on the lower side of her head, so it's not exactly in the middle of the circle. Just go a bit lower and draw on her nose. And then that way you can map out from where her nose is, where her bangs fall. And then you can draw the side coming in, and then another line here, and that'll let you know, okay, her ear is gonna come out about there. And then we sort of finish her head a little higher just to add the depth of her hair on top. And then I'm just gonna rough in where I want her hair to cut off. And then I'll add in the detail after. And I think I'll make her a little bit gloomy, because that's just her vibe. She's more spooky than gloomy, I'd say. I don't think she's unhappy. She just doesn't show her joy, I think, the way the other sisters do.
I'm not swimming. I'm trying to see if I'm a witch. Am I floating? Yes. Wicked.
I like to draw my characters really rough, because if you rough it out quickly, you get your feelings and emotions out onto the paper. And I feel like you can always slow down and pick what lines make sense after. And that's what I've noticed in my experience with drawing. I always draw quick, and I just sort of go on my gut instincts and my feelings about what the character feels, and the energy usually comes across really well that way. But every artist has their own methods. I just like to get out my ideas really quick. So I go really rough, and then I'll tighten it up after. So I feel pretty good about her proportions. She looks good. So I think I'm ready for my clean level. So I'll just bring this opacity down, and I'll put a new level in Photoshop in there. And then I'm going to just start cleaning up a bit. So I'm gonna run her nose, clean up those bangs, go around her head here. She's got like a triangle, like a V-neck, and then two lines right under her neck. She's got pretty straight across little shoulders, and then a sort of a triangle flares at the bottom, and then drop her arms down, and then just sort of her hand kind of hangs there. I'm gonna like draw her legs, and as you can see, her legs, like a lot of the other characters on the show, tend to go a little bit wider at the bottom, and that's just for the organic appeal. It also makes the character look like they have a bit more weight. It's kind of like a little trick. She's got little oval feet, and I'll fill in her little black shoes.
Black and white are my favorite colors.
Paint bucket that. Paint bucket, paint bucket, paint bucket.
Spooky is also my favorite color.
And then I'm gonna go in and do a little bit of her hair shines, because she's got this really nice, shiny black hair. So we put some highlights on it all around. So you're just following the shape of the basic of her head to create that shine gleam across the top. I'm just gonna tighten it up. This is kind of like what we call like a clean rough drawing. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but it definitely is clear. Just got a shine here and a shine here. She definitely uses a good shampoo. She's got some shiny hair. I think I might even do another shine right there. Extra gleam, ooh. Okay, great. And that's how you draw Lucy Loud from The Loud House.
Will someone please hand me my poetry journal? I have some very strong feelings to express.